All right, good evening. Welcome again to the Keys Coding session at Digital Z Hub. I think this was the activities of our last session, which shows that we have been able to understand what is called variables, and we tried performing some calculations with certain operators, so which means that we have started looking at Python operators. I remember I told us that operators are essential part of Python, symbols or signs which are used to perform different operations. And just to illustrate that, we try creating a calculator to multiply the values stored in variables and then generate a result. So I want to start by asking, do we have any question on what we did last time? Do we have any question on what we did last time? Was everything clear to us?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tehila, okay, Tehila has left. Please, Rachel, please continue to help us to notify them in the group that the class has started. Okay, so we will look at, let's look at a different function, which is called input function. So let's look at input function in Python. Let's know what input is used for. So I'm using comments. You can start writing Python input, Python input command. So we are starting with Python input command. So what is an input in Python programming? An input is used to collect users' information. It's just like the form that we fill for those of us that ever register, for exam, and then it's possible that we as kids must have not done that, but our parents must have done that. For example, if they want to register you to write an online exam or WAEC or JAM, they will go to a website, and then there are several inputs that the developer or the website designer must have made available for you to submit your data. So that is what an input is. So an input is just like you are giving somebody a container to drop his or her information. So let's look at the definition of an input properly so that we can understand it. So let's define it. So I say an input, I hope we are writing, an input is used to collect, users' information. An input command in Python is used to collect users' information. For example, I want to ask you to submit your name, or I want to collect your name. So, and the name I want to collect, I can decide to store the name in a variable. Remember that we have already discussed what is variable. for the sake of the person just joining the section for the very first time, we did mention that variables are like buses, where we keep things within a program. Variables are container that helps us to store information within our computer. Am I communicating? Let me get a response from one of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I want to ask a user a question. For example, if I ask Solomon, what is your name? What will Solomon do? Solomon will what? We answer or will reply me with his name. So how do we communicate this in computer programming, particularly using Python? How can we use Python to ask somebody his or her name? And then we'll also give the person an opportunity to send the name. So that is where an input comes in. All right. So I don't know the name of the person at the moment. So I want to ask a question. What is your name? Or what is your favorite fruit? Or what is your favorite state? So all of these are questions you can ask, and then you get an answer using the input command. So, for example, I am going to ask, so the task is ask, let's say Solomon, his name. Let's say ask Solomon his name. So that is the task. And then Solomon will give us his name. So I'm going to, let me complete it. I hope we are writing ask Solomon his name with Python input function. With Python what? Input function. All right. Now, how do we write that? I will simply say Solomon name, or I can just say what? Name. I can just say name equals to, then I will call the input function. So I will say input. Now remember, we have talked about strings, which we said strings are text or are character what? Base. So the name Solomon is expected to give to us is a string. So being a string, it means that we have to put it in what? In quotation, either single or double. So remember, this has been the principle. I believe we all still remember this. So now I will say, what is your name? What is your name? What is your name? So we are asking a question. We expect Solomon or whoever we are asking this question to reply us. For example, why are we getting this error? We need to find out. Is there anything wrong? Don't think so. So let's check. Okay. So we are asking, what is your name? So if I run this code, just look at what Python is going to output. So remember that these are the previous code that we have written. So for us to just focus on the ones we are running right now, let me comment all these out. So I will just highlight them and then locate the control button and then control and / to comment them out because I don't want to see their output. So I'll stop the command and run it again. So we get just what? We are still getting some information. Okay, let me comment all this out also. Stop it and run the code again. I just want to see only the one we still have. Oh, no wonder it was underlined because we have already used the name somewhere before. So we have already used the name before. So I think let me comment the whole of our previous work so that we can focus on what we are writing. So you can see, what is your name? So you place your cursor immediately after the question mark. You can space and type, let's say my name is Prosper. All right, so my name is Prosper. So now if I run it, you can see that what? It printed no value. Why? Because you have not ordered it to be printed. You only save it in name. So which means that at the moment, Prosper has been collected and stored in name. So if I want to see Prosper, I will do what? From what we have learned before, I will say print what? Can somebody unmute and tell us what to print to see Prosper that was collected with the input? Who can tell us what to print? Good. So we print what? Name. So if I run the code again now, it's asking, what is your name? I say what? Prosper. So if I press enter now, you can see that what? It outputted Prosper. So classwork, I want everybody to perform this task. This is a task. This is the first task. Task 1 is create an input. Create an input. Just a minute. Create an input. Create an input. Create an input to collect the name of your country. Are we together? The name of your country. Let me get a response. Are we together? Please, Galaxy, you are distracting us.
Yes, sir.
Galaxy, you are distracting us. Maybe you should turn off your video. There are too many distractions from your end. Please, you can hear us. Okay, so the class will start. And then remember that you are to print it. So once your own is ready, you let me know so that you can share your screen. And then we can look at it together. So start working on the classwork. All right. Who is on it? Can we come on your screen to check what you are doing? Solomon, are you joining with your laptop? You can still use your Google Colab, or those of us that have not installed PyCharm. You can continue with your Google Colab. And those using mobile phone, remember I've told us to go and download the Python 3.
Sir, I'm done.
Okay, so can we see your screen? Can you share your screen? Let's see it. Galaxy J4. Please turn off your video. There are a lot of distraction there. Okay, so I'm coming on the little Hila screen. Hila, you can share your screen now. I will allow you. Go ahead and share your screen.
I'm done, sir.
Okay, so once I'm done checking the Hila screen, I'm coming on your screen. Just hold on. Hila, explain what you did. Here is your code. Here is the input. Okay. What is your name? Sorry, what is the name of your country? Okay, so you printed Nigeria. All right, so Taylor, thank you. So let's go to Solomon's screen now. Solomon, Taylor, you can stop sharing. Let's go to Solomon's screen and check what he has done as well before we proceed. Solomon, please kindly share your screen.
I have a little thing I want.
Sorry, we can't hear you. Can you come again?
I said there is a little thing I want
What
to
I just
correct.
Okay. Please do that very fast so that we can proceed. Okay, so I'll check back later. Let's proceed. You have missed the chance now, so I will ask for it later. Let's proceed. Okay, so this time around, we are going to ask for someone's name, and then we will also add greeting message. We will add greeting message. So let's say, for example, write a Python program to greet someone. Now we are using the same input. We are using the same input concept, input function. So this time around, we are going to say, let me say name2. Let's say name2 is equals to input. Name2 is equals to input. And I'm asking the person for his or her name. What is your name? Right? So, and then I'll go to the next line and print string. I'll print string, hello. Hello. So here we are concatenating So we say hello, comma, then followed by what? Name 2. So if I run this code, it's going to ask for my name. I'll say, okay, my name is Eguero. So at the end of the day, we are going to get hello, Eguero. So I hope we can. Okay, let's comment the first one. Let's take this one out. And then let me rerun the code again and see the outcome. What is your name? What is your name? Okay, so I'll say my name is Eguero. My name is Eguero. Once I press enter, you have hello, Eguero. So I want us to perform this as well quickly. Once yours is ready, kindly signify so that we can come on your screen. So Solomon, this might be an opportunity for us to check your previous classwork. So what is the task? You are to write a Python code or program that asks someone for his name and return a greeting with that person's name. Are we together? That is the task. Let me put it in writing. Right. I hope we are all copying this note. Write Python code that writes a Python code to collect someone name and return greeting with the name. Return greeting with the name. Hope we are on it. That is your classwork, just like what we did now. Write a Python program to collect someone's name and return greeting with the name. So once your one is ready, kindly let us know so that we can come on your screen to check.
I'm done, but I have
Okay,
an error.
okay. Taylor, you are right. Okay, so can you share your screen?
No, it's not Stella.
Sorry.
It's Lemon.
Okay.
It's not Stella, it's Lemon.
Okay. Okay. Then if you are done with your, can you share your screen? Let's see it.
Okay.
Here is the output. Then where is the output? Can you take off this message showing on the screen? You can just click on. There is the code you just wrote now. I think it should be the last one, the one of name 3, right? But you have not executed.
Yes.
You have not executed it. The cell before that particular line has not been executed as well. Once it's not displaying number in that square bracket by your left hand side, it means you have not executed the code in that cell. So go and execute that one. Say the cell has not been executed. Right. You may need to refresh the IDE.
I'm done.
You may need to refresh the IDE. Now, what you do, you go up that place you are seeing run. Click on run all cells. No, up, where you are seeing run. Run. Yes, click on it. Let's see. Click on run all cells. Go down. Go down. You will see an option, run all cells. Okay, now if you don't want to do that, look at, just hold on, just listen.
So this is what is
Now, go back to that place and just hold on for me. Just hold on. Don't click until I ask you to click. Go back to that run again. Go back to the run. And do not select any option until I ask you to do so. There is an option that says restart kernel and run all cells. Down, restart kernel. Click on it. Click. Yes, click. Just hold on. Just hold on. Just wait. Just wait. Same thing. We are run only that particular cell. Let me see. Click on the shortcut run.
it the side?
Click on the shortcut run. Under the run, click on that icon for running your code. Yes, let me see what it's going to say. Have you clicked? Okay, now you have to supply that input. You have not supplied. Type where you are asking what is your country. Type the name of your country and press enter so that you allow it to go. Then that is the complaint. Good. Now we are run this code. The same thing. Type your name. Press enter. Press enter as well. Good. So perfect. Hello, Lemuel. Okay. All right. So we are confirmed. Solomon, you can stop sharing now. Solomon. Solomon, let's see your screen quickly if you are here.
Okay, sir. So this is my screen.
Okay. Hello, Solomon. All right. Okay, we have confirmed the both classrooms, so we can stop sharing now. Let's move on. Let's move to the next level. All right. So everything we have done is to test the usage of the input function. Now you have an idea of how to collect users' information or data using input. Now, the input, let's look at this. The what we call data conversion. Write this. Data conversion. There is what we call data conversion. All right, so the input ordinarily can only collect text. It cannot collect number. So anytime you want to use the input to collect number, you have to convert it to number. Are we following? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so for example, let's try it like this. So if I say what?
I didn't hear you.
I said, okay, let me note it here so that you know why we are bringing our data conversion. So note by default, take this note. By default, the input command or function can only collect string. Remember, we discussed what strings are, which means text. You can still remember. So now, for example, if we are asked to collect someone's age, let's say I'm asking Solomon, what is your age? What type of value Solomon is going to give to me? A number. So let's try it so that you see what we are talking about. So if I come here and say age is equals to, and I say what? Input, and I say input, and I let me put it here, and I say, what is your age? What is your age? So that is expected to be number. But let's see, and then I print age, and then I print what? Age. So if we run this code, let's supply the words. Okay, let me remove this temporarily to avoid conflicts. Let me stop the code and execute. So my age is 90. Now you can see that what it brought it out as what? As a value, right? As a value. Now I want you to look at this. Remember that in the past, we have discussed how to check data type. So let's assume that, I don't want to assume, I don't think it's your class. For example, if I want to check what type of value is this, well, I will start by asking us, Solomon and Lemuel, is this, do you think Python recognizes this as a number or string? Let me get a response from you first. Okay, Lemuel say that Python recognizes this as a number. Solomon, what about you? Do you think Python recognizes as a number?
As a string.
As a string. How do you know that? Well, how do you know that it's a string? Solomon, prove it to us. How do you know that Python recognizes this as a string?
Because
We cannot prove it. Solomon cannot prove it. Now let's check it. Let's check it. This is what you do. So you say print. In fact, let me put it in comments so that you can capture it in your notes. How to check data type in Python. How to check data type in Python. So let me add this using a type function. Using type function. So what I want to verify, I want to ask Python to print the type of data that is collected and held in age, which is now 90. So I'm going to say print, then inside the print, you can see that it has already given us the syntax. You say type, and then you supply the variable name, because right now, age is what is holding this 90 that we are contemplating whether Python actually recognizes as a string or number. Now, because the note I give to us, I say by default, the input command can only collect string. And that is what you are using here. And then you are not supplying number. So we want to see whether that integer was captured as a number or as a string. So let me run the code now. Then it asks, what is your age? I say, okay, my age is 90. I press enter. Please, what did we get there? Can somebody tell us what we got here? Look at this here, string, which means that as far Python is concerned, because you use input command to collect that number, it has already converted it to what? To string, which is text. So which means that if I want to perform a calculation, for example, now I create another variable. Let's say I say what? Variable s is equals to 60. And I want to multiply the number that the number that will be collected here by this number. I'm going to get an error because Python is going to argue with me that in the first place, what you collected with the input is not a number. So you cannot add number and string. So this is what we will do. That is where data conversion comes in. So let me take this from here and bring it here now that we understand what is happening. So what we want
No, we are not hearing.
Can you hear me? I think it should be only your end. Can you hear me? Let me confirm from someone else. Rachel, can you hear me?
It's getting clearer.
Let me also confirm.
Audible.
You said what?
I said there was a time.
Okay, 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 okay. All right, that's cool.
Went down.
Okay, now, because of what happens here, we want to now convert the string to number, and then we will check again whether Python will have updated this towards integer. So that is data conversion. You can convert string to integer and then integer back to string. For example, the way you are going to print it is this. So let me take this out. I'm not going to use this again since I am converting my data. So what I will simply do, I will say that same age is equals to, then I will use integer constructor. We refer to that as constructor in Python. These are inbuilt functions that can be used to convert data, particularly what? The primitive or the basic data type. So I'm going to say integer. So I'm going to call int to represent what? Integer. And then before I nest the input inside, then before I collect the value. So the value will be collected as a string and it will be converted to what? Integer. Are we together? Let me know if you understand what I just explained now.
No, sir.
So we are collecting a string. We are collecting a string, and this integer is going to convert it to what? Number, so that the next time we check what is in age, it will tell us that it's an integer. Did you understand it now? So just like we are nesting input inside integer, and we are using the input to collect string, and the string will be converted to what? To number. So if I ask that question again, what is your age? If I ask again, what is your age? Now, and I run it, let's say, let me print it, print age, print age. All right, print age. But remember that we want to print the age type. We want to know whether the integer constructor has actually converted the string collected to number. So I'll do the same thing we did, type, and then print what? The type age. That is, tell us the type of data that age as a container is holding. So if I run the code, it's asking me what is my age. Say my age is 100. And once I press enter, it will not tell me the type of value or data the 100 is. So look at it. What do we get? Can somebody respond? Can somebody respond now? Have we successfully converted
An
the string to
integer.
good? So your classwork now is this, just to see if you can implement what we have explained so far. So let's say write Python code or instruction that collects your mathematics exam score. And convert it to integer. So your classwork starts. I'm giving us just a few minutes, let's say 3 to 4 minutes to conclude the classwork before we proceed. Write Python code that collects your mathematics score, exam score, and convert it to integer. So you have to ask somebody, what did you score in mathematics? The person will give you the score, and then you convert it to integer. So when we have completed that, we look at another task. All of these tasks, they are to make us understand variable print command and impute command.
I'm done, sir.
Can we come on your screen now? Kindly show your screen. Let's check it while we are waiting for them. Anyway, what happened to your sister, Dahila? Why is she not in the class? Solomon, I'm coming on your screen.
Class, I'm using the same gadgets with him.
Okay, all right.
Sir, my screen is on.
Okay, let me stop sharing so that I can see it. Coming here now. Stop. Yes, stop. Right. Then where are you done?
Sir,
Are you
I'm
done? Okay, Solomon, stop sharing. Let's go to Lemuel's screen and also confirm. Lemuel, please kindly share your screen.
This is my work, sir.
All right. Good. You are all trying. That's good. All right. So stop sharing. Let's proceed. You are all doing good. All right. So let's perform a simple task. This time around, this should be task what? Let's say task 3. Rise. Python code. Python program that asks for your age and return your age plus 1 plus 1. So let's look at it. Can anybody try it? Can you guys do this yourself? Or I should take it first. Okay, let me take it first. There is a little bit.
We can do it ourselves.
Oh yeah, try. I'm giving us just 2 minutes. Oh yeah, 2 minutes to write Python program that asks for your age and return your age plus 1. Let me see if someone is going to get it.
Sir, should it be in integer?
Yes. All right, so the 2 minutes I give to us as a last. So let's take it together to avoid so let's say age 2 is equals to the first thing, because we want to convert it to integer. Let us wrap it in int constructor and then input as usual. Then what are we collecting? What we are collecting, what is your age? What we are collecting is what is your age? What is your age? So let me comment this out temporarily. What is your age? So the age will be collected and passed to what? Converted to integer. Now, when printing, we are printing print. We are printing a string first, which says next year. I'm just adding this. It's not compulsory. I just want to give a better explanation. So next year, you will be, then I will call the come outside this, put a comma, and then say age 2, then plus 1. So which means that if we execute this code, what is going to happen is that at this point, it will collect whatever age we are going to give, say for instance, 20 years, and then it will convert it to integer, and then when printing, it will print this statement as a string, as a comment, and then to print this as a string rather, and then all the value that must have been collected as my age and add 1 to it. So let's run it to confirm. Okay, so what is your age? Okay, let's say my age is 90, and then I press enter. What did I get? Your next year, you will be what? 91, if your current age is 90. I hope that is understood. Did you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
so now your class task, let me make this one a little bit tricky. Your class work is a Python program or app that perform the following tasks. So the first task 1 is collect so collect Prosper age. That is task 1. And convert it. I hope we are writing it. Convert it to integer. So that is the first task. Then task 2. Task 2. Collect Okoro age and convert to integer. Then your task 3. I hope we are still here. Let me get a response. Task
yes,
3.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Task 3.
Yes.
Task 3.
Yes.
Add task 3. Add task 3. Add Prosper age to Okoro age. Or let's just say add Prosper and Okoro age. Add Prosper and Okoro age. Comma. Then return the answer. Right, so classwork. Please, I'm giving us just 5 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes. Once you are done, let me know. So, share your screen. Solomon, share your screen. Okay. Okay, Solomon, where is your code? Okay. Age, integer, input. What is your name? Where did the last code started from? Solomon, can you explain to us? Can Solomon hear me at all? Hello, Solomon, can you hear me? Solomon, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where is the first age? First age is what? 65. Okay. Okay, sorry. The first age is 26. The second age, that is the Okoro age, is 20. Hello, can you hear me? Please confirm if you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
I have abundant grace. You can hear me. Abundant grace. Can you hear me? Hello. I want to hear from Abundant Grace while I'm waiting to hear from her. Sit out. Lemwe, have you done yours?
Oh, it's Taylor. I'm working on mine. We're using the same
Oh.
gadget, so he has to wait.
Okay, so I'm waiting. Please, once it's ready, let us know.
Can I stop sharing my screen?
Yes, you can stop sharing.
Okay, sir.
Abundant grace. I want to hear from you. Are you following? Abundant grace, Rema, if you can hear me, can you respond, please? Abundant grace cannot hear me. Okay. I wanted to find out if you are doing anything over there, and I hope you are following. Because I see your network has not been stable. So let's hold on for Lemuel and Tehila. See if Lemuel can hear me, please, can you show us your screen? Let's see what you have achieved. Lemuel, can we see what you have achieved? Okay, it appears they cannot hear me. We will just complete the remaining tasks, and then in between, if they are able to hear me, we can now allow them to see us their screen. Solomon, are you still here? Solomon, are you
Yes,
still
sir,
here?
we can
Yes,
hear
sir.
you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes,
are you ready to share your screen now, or I should continue? Probably before I finish the last task, you must have completed what you are doing. Okay.
When we finish with the last class.
Okay, so let me, we have the last task, and the last task is collect and print Mr. Ewelu biodata. And return each in a new line. So after this starts, we will end the section. And then your assignment is to repeat everything that we have done. So here we are to create an application. Let's assume maybe JAM or any of the any institution. It could be a school, and you want to record students' information in the database. So we are providing them. Let's say we have created this app, and this app has been embedded in the front end of the website. So once they get there, the app asks them to collect all their information needed and display them in a different line. So this is going to kind of summarize all that we have learned. And I don't know if we have talked about the Python new line printing. So we are going to use that notation as well. So what do I want to collect? I want to collect the person's, this app can collect somebody's name, first name, middle name, last name, country, age, probably what, maybe states. Let's say we want to collect up to 5 different information. So the first one I will create, let's say the first information I want to collect is the first name.
first name is equals to input what is your first name. So the second one is middle name. Middle name. Middle name is we want to also collect. Now I'm not converting all these to integer because they are not, they are purely what? String, which the input function is created to collect by default, like we have explained before. So here, or I can just say enter your middle name. So the next one is states. States equals to input. Input. Enter your states. So the next one is country. Country. Country is still a string, so I'm not converting. Enter your country. Enter your country. All right, so the next one is your gender. Gender inputs. I hope you are following. Let me get the response. Enter your.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, enter your gender. Now let's say I want to also collect age. Age 3. Let me use age 3. It's possible that I'll use age somewhere. Now, because age is going to be, I would like it to display as integer. So I'll say integer, then input, then enter your age. Now I want to display all this information in block. So let me use comment. Now print all the above. Biodata. A block. So that block means what? In different line. That is what? New line. So I'm going to use one print command. So I'm not going to say print first name, print middle name. Remember, we have discussed this at the beginning. So I will just use one print command to print all of them, but they will appear in a different line. So the first one, I will say, I'm going to use what we call Python string printing or F string. So you type F, and then you create your string. Now, which means that in between, you can display some information that are not captured in any of the variables. For example, I can say what? The following, remember that we have not said any of this anyway. So we are taking advantage of the string to what? To pass in some of these expressions. So the following are my details or my biodata. The following are my biodata. So we will now start calling them one after the other. Now, after this, if you call it outside the string, you can call their name directly. But if you are calling them inside the string, then you have to wrap them in calling bracket. So I will say, okay, here, this backward slash and n means what? Enter. That's what? Break it. Take the next information to the next line. So that is the Python new line printing command. So it means that what? The following my biodata will be on one line. Then the first name will go down. So how do I call that? Since I'm inside the string, I will write it inside what? This calling bracket. So I will write the first name. Is anybody following? Please let me get a response. Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now the following are my biodata. First name, then I'll create another new line, then space, calling bracket. I'll call the middle name. All right, so you can see the next one is another new line. We are still inside the string. Another new line, and then calling brackets. What's the next one? Space. Space. Then we are still inside the string, and then new line again, new line, and then we call the next variable, which is what? Country. Country. Then we are still inside the string. New line. New line. Sorry, I'm not correct. New line. Then calling brackets. We are calling gender. I hope we are still following. I can break it down. I can break it down.
Yes, sir.
If I feel the code is too long, I can break it down like this. The next one is new line, calling brackets. I think after this is the last one, so I don't need to put new line after. Okay, let's see, put it so that it will not join with, but even if we put it, let's try and see first without putting the new line on the last one. So let's say I call what? H3. All right, so if I output this, let's see what we get. It's asking what is your name? What is your name? So my name is Prosper. Then I press enter. Wow. What is it telling us? Invalid what? Literal. Integer with base 10. Prosper. Okay. Integer with base 10. Prosper. Which one is it referring to? Value error. So the value we are storing, I think this is where we have the issue. I think that was the only place where we use integer, right? So let me see. Let me run the code again. Let me take everything back to and see whether we get that sorted. Okay, so we need to take this out. So let me run the code again and see what is your age. Is it age that came first? Okay, it's still running. Oh, we have this here. Let me comment this. I hope that is not the issue. So let's go back again. I hope we are still here. So what is your name? The name is Prosper. Right, so it's asking me, enter your middle name. My middle name is Aguero. And then enter your state. My state is Delta. Enter your country. My country is Nigeria. Enter your gender. My gender is male. Enter your age. My age is 90. Okay, so we get all the information. So which means that there is need for us to add what? New line here. Hope we are following. Are we still here? Hello, let me
Yes,
get a
sir.
response. Okay, so there's need because
Yes, sir.
I discovered that the male and the age are displayed in one line. So let's add new line here so that I can force it to the next line. So if we run the code again, we follow the process, we are going to get our expected results. So let me take it again. The name is Egweru. So we are going to take it as an assignment to make sure you understand it. Then enter your middle name. Your middle name is, let's say, Jude. Enter your state. Let's say your state is Delta. Enter your country. Your country is Nigeria. Enter your gender. Your gender is male. Enter your age. Your age is 80. Okay, so we have all the information was outputted. All right, do we have any question? If you don't have question, let me allow us to copy the code and then you take it as an assignment. Your assignment is for you to create this and imagine another concept that can be achieved. Let's say you want to collect different, maybe you want to collect details about a product. So let me put that. So your first assignment is to replicate this. So your second assignment, so assignment 2, once you have replicated this one, your assignment 2 is using the same concept. Using same concepts, collect and display. Collect and display. Display products.
Sir, please do our first assignment.
The first assignment is for you to write this program again. Okay? The whole of this area that I highlighted, what was the task? The task is, the first assignment is collect. Okay, let's put it in writing. I hope you are writing now. Let me see if I can put it here. Assignments. Let me finish this one so that you can write the second one. So assignment 1 is create Python application to collect and store users' biodata. I hope we are writing, please. Biodata in variables, comma, then print all the variable value. Print all the variable value. Print all the variable value continuation with Python new line command. Are we together? So that is your first assignment. Now, assignment 2, I said using the same concept that you must have used to answer the first assignment, using the same concept, collect and display product details, not less than 4. That is maybe product name, product size. So you capture not less than 4 details about the product. And display and display each of the value. Display each of the values in new line or block. Or block. Is that taken, please? Let me get the rest one. Is the assignment understood?
Yes, sir.
And have we all written the assignment? Please, I'm waiting so that I can close the line. Once you are done writing, let me know. Make sure you write, this is the first assignment, and then before the second assignment. I'm waiting to close the line. Once you are done writing, let's begin.